Hey, listen, the sooner you start investing, the better, okay? Now, I do a lot of videos about, relationships and dating and shit like that. I also do a lot of, videos about personal development, finances, and helping you become a better man overall, which, has to do with a lot of different things, right? So in this video, like I said, you got to start investing ASAP. I know a lot of you watching my videos are, somewhere between the age like 18 to 24, 24 through 35. So those are perfect age ranges to start investing in. The sooner the better. So if you're 18, 19, 20, whatever, 21 through 35, like, you got plenty of time. If you're in your 30s and 40s, 50s, I mean, get started, right? And guys, what does it mean to invest? I'm talking about literally, obviously, putting your money places where it grows, right? Where you can get percent returns. Things like mutual funds, things like 401ks, right? IRAs, different apps. Okay, I'm gonna go through a few of these. Real briefly, and you guys obviously do your own research and see what works best for you. And just realize, you gotta invest in yourself. You gotta set up some type of plan for your future. You don't want to work your whole life. You want to take advantage of the time that you have. You want to take advantage of, compound interest and things like that. So if you're working for a company, okay, number one, if you're working for a company or you work as an employee, right, see if they have a 401k match. A 401k match, meaning they're going to contribute to an investment portfolio, right? They're probably going to pull out some amount of money from your paycheck every period, and then allocate that as well. So they're going to match you. So let's say maybe it's a 1% match. So they're going to take 1% of your paycheck and put it in the investment account, and they're also going to match it 1%, or maybe up to 5% sometimes, some of these companies. So why is that so cool? Well, number one, you're investing, right? You're investing pretty much hands free at that point. Sure, you're not getting your full paycheck, but you know that you're investing into a 401k, and a 401k, depending on how you allocate your funds and your investment strategy, if you're aggressive, conservative, things like that, it's just diverse. Okay, it's a diversified portfolio: stocks, bonds, domestic companies, mutual funds. Realistically, you got to check, which one your company's invested in. Most of the time, though, there's a lot of things that are safe. It's a safe bet. A lot of these 401ks and Vanguards and Fidelities and S&P 500s and et cetera, mutual funds, they got historically, they have a return from anywhere from 8 to 12% annually. Okay, so if you put your money there, and yeah, you can't touch it sometimes until you turn 55 or 65 or you retire or stuff like that, but you're building a nest egg, right? Like, you're literally building that safety net that's so vital, it's so necessary. Okay, and that it'll be there one day for you. Now, the difference between a 401k and an IRA, right? Like a number two IRA, like an independent or individual retirement account. Maybe you don't have a company that gives you a 401k, you don't have a 401k, but you have an IRA. You can open one up on Fidelity or other platforms, Ameritrade and stuff like that, and invest into the markets. Make your own contributions. Right now, the limit's $6,000 per year. Guys, you can literally go on the internet and type in IRA or 401k calculator, right? And calculate exactly how much you'll have in approximation, how much you'll have if you contribute X amount of dollars, X amount of times per year, right? And over X amount of years, right? It'll literally show you how much it'll grow at X% growth rate. So you can look at the forecast for your finances and be like, wow, so if I put this much money here for this long and I invest it over this period of time, et cetera, and it grows at this rate, this is how much I have. It's almost one of the safest bets right now, guys, to guarantee yourself wealth creation, right? Because compound interest, what is that? It means that your money is going to grow itself, from itself. So the more money you have, the more interest you earn on it. 8% of, let's say, super easy numbers, 8% of 10 is $8. So if you put $10 in your account and it grew to 8%, you'd have gained $8. or 80 cents rather, right? 8% is of 100 is $8. So let's say you put $100 in your account. Yeah, over a year you gain 8%, which is an $8 return. Now that next year, that's the same 8%. That 8% grows on 108, right? So 108 is more than 100. So you can see how that interest starts to compound and build on itself. All right. Now, other than that, guys, you guys can look into apps like Acorn. You can look into apps like Robinhood. You can look into apps like Coinbase, right? Even if you want to get into cryptocurrencies. You can look into real estate, buying, buildings. You can look at gold, silvers, anything that's going to appreciate in value, anything that's going to be going up in value, look for it. Anything that's going to give you a positive return on your investment, go for it. Okay? Some of the safest things you can do, though, are some of the things I just mentioned. Some of the most sure ways. Now, these are not get-rich-quick schemes, right? You're not going to just get rich. These are long-term investment strategies, But again, the sooner you start, the longer you have for your money to grow itself and work for you. So keep that in mind, right? And always think into consideration like this. What if I don't invest, man? Like, if I don't invest, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really consider everything. Because a lot of people wish they would have started sooner, or wish they would have invested at all, and then end up not. They're thinking, oh, I can just save money. You don't want to just save your money and put it into a savings account. You're literally killing your money. You're literally losing money or growing at a fucking 0.01% interest rate. So put your money somewhere where it's going to grow. Like I said before, 401ks, IRAs, mutual funds, maybe real estate, buy, hold, appreciate, fix it and flip it. Just invest. Find ways to flip your money. Find ways to grow your money virtually, hands-free. Okay? Invest in yourself. Invest in books, courses, education, knowledge, seminars, connections. It doesn't mean just long-term. Like, look for, instant things you can invest in, gym memberships, healthy diets, right? Invest into that stuff. Short-term investment strategies, long-term investment strategies. Like, the more things you can invest in that are going to give you a positive return, the better. Okay? Doesn't always have to be about financial. It can be spiritual. Do some spiritual investment. Take the time to meditate. Do some. Invest in yourself into a nice area. Maybe you want to live somewhere good. Like, just look at how you live and look at how it reflects on you. And you want to invest in a nice car. I mean, you got to think, you guys are a depreciating asset, but how does the return on your investment feel? So, that all being said, man, get started. And I hope the best for you. It'll all work out. Just reach out to me if you got any questions. As always, just get started, man. Get started, invest. Buy stocks, buy companies, buy brands. Invest in yourself, invest in the markets, invest in assets. All right, invest in your future. Comment, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, peace.